Hey, do you know what is climate change? How the climate is changing? Everyone speaks about climate change, but do you know what it is exactly and how it happens? That is what I want us to talk about. In the next few videos, we shall be dealing with climate change, like inside out. Let us study and see what is climate change, and so that we can be able to understand this thing. It is not a monster. The world is not coming to an end. We are going to live. So let me explain to you what is climate change, how it happens, its effects, and then we can see how we are going to mitigate climate change. That means measures we're going to take to reduce the rate at which the climate is changing, and how we are going to adapt to the changing climate practices. There are opportunities that come with climate change. So let us get together into this field of climate change, see it, like explore every corner of climate change and see what we can come up with when it comes to the changing climate. So my name is Mukami, the environmentalist, and I want you to subscribe to my channel before we get so far. First subscribe because it's going to get awesome. So what is climate change? Like the name suggests, climate change is just change of climate. The normal climate that we know. What is climate? Climate, of course, is the daily weather conditions. You know the weather. Today it's sunny, tomorrow it's raining. It was we usually have the long rains between this month and this month. Now that weather, the daily weather conditions that have been recorded over a time and has repeated itself, like we can be able to tell a certain time, we can predict a certain time it's usually raining. In July it's usually very cold. Now that is the climate. So now when climate is changing, it means we are used to January being the hottest month of the year, both financially and climate wise. But now you find January is not just hot. Now, as from now, you find gradually January becomes rainy. January is all mud. January is all mud. January baridi. Now we can say now the climate has changed, because initially we used to know January being hot, but now these days it is muddy and rainy and cold. Now the climate has changed. It is evident climate has changed. So the definition of climate change is that simple. Climate is changing. For example, if you would look at records, we have, if you would visit the website or if you get information from the Kenya Meteorological Department, you will realize now that over a long time of period, you realize we used to have drought. Say after every 10 years, there was going to be a mega drought, mega like big drought. But now you realize recently, you find that there is a big drought or a mega drought after every 3 years. It has changed. Between 10 years, it is now 3 years. Now that is changing climate. Means the climate has changed. Okay. Then another way we can be able to see climate change is when it comes to temperatures. You find it was, say, normally before climate changed this fast, we used to have the nights were relatively cold, the days were relatively hot. But now you find, now as the climate is changing, you find that the days are hot, so hot, and the nights are cold, so cold. You get? So now it has shifted to when we knew the days will be hot and the night cold, but now it is the nights are so cold and the days are so hot. Now we can say climate has changed. So the two main evidences or the aspects that have been used to track how the environment has changed, the climate has changed, is the increase or decrease of temperature and the change of the rain patterns, the amount of rains that usually rain. You find some places we are so dry. These days, rain comes in regularly, anytime, any day. The other places used to rain, like you'd find in Central, is well known for rains. It is all green and stuff. Now you find the rains have reduced, or even the duration. If it used to rain from March to June, now it is only raining April to June. The duration, the length in which the rains used to come down have reduced. In other places, it has increased. So it can either be towards the positive or towards the negative. It can be extreme in some cases and it can be beneficial in some cases. So that is generally climate change. The change of the climate over a period of time, especially usually between 10 years and more, over 10 years. You have detected within the last 10 years the climate has changed. Now that can be termed as climate change. Generally, climate change. We can say climate change has been caused by increase in atmospheric temperature. Now, I'm not speaking Greek. Atmospheric temperature means the temperatures in the air, in the atmosphere, in the air surrounding the earth. The temperatures have increased as from what they were previously. So now that has made the climate or the weather conditions around the earth to change. Now, there's something called greenhouse effect. This is the video that I'm going to create in the next video that I'm going to upload soon. I am going to explain to you step by step of how the greenhouse effect happens. And of course, this is the main culprit that has led to climate change. So let me see you in that video where I'll be telling you how greenhouse effect happens and how it brings about climate change. So if you're not subscribed, let me know why you're not subscribed. Let me know what I can change so that you can be subscribed. If you're liking this video, give it a thumbs up. Actually, if you give this video a thumbs up, I'll be able to know that you liked this video. So I'll see you in the next one where we shall be talking about greenhouse effect. Till then, stay safe, God bless you, and see you.